Hello, 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 my lovely disciples. How are you all? Hello, Oncey. Hello, Princess Serena. Hello, anyone else who may or may not be here yet. How are you all? I hope you're well. I am tired. The collab was a lot of fun, but it was at an odd time, and then I stayed up late. Hanging out with a buddy of mine that I haven't been hanging out with a bunch, and he's gonna be going to Germany here for a bit, so it's like I want to spend time with him. But we stayed up like way late, and then I had a hard time getting to sleep. And then I woke up kind of sweaty because I thought my AC when it was in fan mode would bring in air from the outside, and it kind of did, but not that much. So my room got kind of hot. Is like blah. Yeah. And hello, Amal. Welcome on in. Hello. Went to the water park yesterday. Went on some rides. Now my body is sore. Did a ride on my stomach, and man, now my stomach hurts. That does sound like that would make your stomach hurt. I know it would make mine hurt. And welcome back, Glitch Attack. I'm still in exam purgatory, but at least it's our college exam, entrance exam. So, hey, heck yeah. Soon. I believe in you, Glitch. Oh, that was my neck cracking. Oh boy. Sorry, this is gonna be a bit more of a sedate stream. I'm very tired. I tried to take a nap and it did not work out. And I'm just like, blah. You know, brain's a little all over the place, but like at super slow speed, you know. Love your VTuber model, looks so fancy. Ain't it fancy? Ain't it fancy? I like it. But yeah, no, I had a different one for a long time that was much more basic, and I did like it. I loved it, but it was time for a change, you know. So I'm in. Welcome on in. How are you? Hope you're well. Yeah. And hello, come on. Welcome on in. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, very tired. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done today as far as productivity goes. Today might be like mostly a rest day. I do want to sit down and get some piano practice in. I've been practicing Christmas songs so that maybe, just maybe, I will be good enough at playing them so I can like do like a Christmas piano concert thing. Did you manage to get a nap? I didn't. I tried, but it just was not happening. I might try and squeeze one in after this stream. I don't know. I stayed up late playing games with a friend of mine who's gonna be on a trip to Germany for a bit. So yeah, your thumbnail low-key sucks. Wow, fuck you too, asshole. Sorry, wow, yeah, what a thing to say. Yeah, I don't try very hard with the what's it called, with the live stream thumbnails, but yeah, you also don't need to be an asshole, dude. Please wish me luck on the entrance exam. I want to go to art college. Glitch, I wish you all the luck, and you are going to do great. I believe in you. You've got this. Oh man, but yeah, no, today's gonna be a little more sedate. I think yeah, I really liked the Mecha Chameleon collab though. That was a lot of fun. And Talia, welcome on in. I'm doing good. I'm very tired. I did not get enough sleep, and I was trying to get a nap in, but it didn't work out. But yeah, the Mecha Chameleon collab was a lot of fun, and I think I'm going to try, and I got the VOD, because I always record the VOD, so I'm going to try and maybe edit it into like an actual video. I don't often do that, but every now and again it's like, oh, you know, this stream would make a good video. I should do that more intentionally more often, but I just, man, it's a lot of work. I feel that. I've been working a lot, so I'm also tired. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, thankfully work this week wasn't too crazy. I actually worked less than 40 hours for the first time in a long time. Usually I work more. Dehydrate. All right, I'll have a dehydrate. Joined your stream. I heard you're looking for more people to watch your Twitch streams. I would love more people to watch the Twitch streams. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it'd be nice to get affiliate. Like, I'm not heartbroken over not having affiliate. Like, honestly, totally fine. But also, it'd be cool. I don't know. You know, it's just one of those things where, yeah, it'd be neat. I've been streaming for 3 years. I don't have affiliate on Twitch. It's kind of funny, honestly. Yeah. The pronunciation is wrong. I don't doubt it. I've been working 65 per week for the last couple of months. I'd love to work 40. Oh my god, Talia, that is too much. I've been doing a lot of like 45, 50 hour weeks lately. And hello, Sensory. I tried to nap and it did not work. I did make food though. I made some like it was like bean, pork, peppers, and potatoes and cabbage, and I made like a stew from that, or like a soup from that earlier in the week. And I've been using that as like a base where I take that and combine it with a mac and cheese box, and it's pretty good. And yeah, I really like it. Sadly, I do live in Germany, so it's pretty late for me now. Right now, I can't watch the whole stream, sadly. May I ask, is your community 18 plus only? Not necessarily, but like, you know, if you're a child and you're acting like a child, I'm probably not gonna be thrilled. You know, it's sort of like, you know that, if that makes sense. But if like I can't, if you don't say anything, I can't tell. I really don't care. But I am going to treat everyone who walks in or comes into my chat like a functioning adult. And if they can't handle that, that's fine. 2 chicken burgers and 2 fries. What? I feel like this is some meme that I do not know. But yeah. Sorry, because my makeup will be here tomorrow, so I can go back to goth look at work. Nice! That's awesome. Oh gosh, I probably should tell my buddy, like Chief, that I'm not gonna be swinging by today. Too tired. Hold on. Not gonna be swinging by. Mate. Scheduled badly. Very tired. Apologies. There we go. He'll be fine. He knew I probably wasn't coming anyways, so yeah. You know, because women don't have stomachs, so they can't eat more than 2 bites. Ah, this makes sense to me. You have unlocked an old memory. I remember I used to do cross country in high school, and so I was dating this girl. We were both on the cross country team, and we were at I forget what was going. Was this cross country or was this band? I think it was cross country. We were both in cross country and band. But we were at a place for some reason, and they were feeding us. And it was pretty good portions. Like, it was really good, and it was free food, so I was chowing down, because I'm a teenager at this point. And she ate like a third of her plate, if that. And I was like, are you gonna eat that? And she just handed the rest of the plate to me, and I chowed down on it. I went through like I ate like, and it was like a big plate too. Like, I ate a whole big ass plate, and then I ate most of her plate too, because she just was not, I don't know why. She just wasn't that hungry, I guess, or she didn't like the food, but I don't know. I was, again, teenage boy, I was hungry. At that point, I was going through like, I was easily eating 3,000 calories a day, 4,000 calories some days. Like, it was a lot. I would go through whole pans of baked chicken. It was just, and keep in mind, I was 6 foot at the time, I think. I hadn't quite hit, yeah, I was like around 6 foot at this time. And I was barely managing 140 pounds, which is just like, now I'm 6'1", and I'm like 210. I'm trying to drop back down. I actually did drop back down a little bit. I was at 215 for a little bit. I dropped that back down to 210. I want to get back down to 190. Yeah. I get to maintain muscle because of my job. I'm starting to build a little bit of muscle because of my job. Some upper body strength, just because it's like I need it. And I also do, I end up having to contort into weird positions, so I'm pretty limber. Because I gotta like get into weird spots behind washers and dryers, right? So yeah, I'm staying pretty limber. For sure. And then like getting a little bit of muscle. It's not bad. Not bad at all, in my opinion. But yeah. Coffee. I still have some of I made iced coffee, right? This morning. I did not drink it all. I still have some. So I'm just sipping on that. It was only like 50% coffee, and the rest of it was ice and creamer / oat milk. I too ate a lot when I was a teenager, but didn't even get fat. Peeps were surprised about it. I thought it was a regular thing. Some people have really good metabolisms. Some people don't. It's kind of all over the place. Need to go to diet, which I am 76 kilograms. I'm going to have to translate that. Hold on. 76 kilograms, 2 pounds. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I got pretty jump scared when I was at 215. I was like, oh god. I need to lose weight. Holy shit. Actually brings up a good point. I was at Costco recently, on a Costco trip, and I was just sort of browsing because I have a hard time with breakfast, and keeping stuff down for breakfast. It's genuinely a challenge for me, finding something that's like good for me, easy to make, and that I can consistently eat in the morning without wanting to puke, right? So a lot of times I just go without breakfast, or like I wait like a couple hours and then get some gas station food or something like that. Which is not good. But I was browsing through Costco and they had a box of like overnight oat mix, right? And it's like individually packaged, so you're already pre-portioned. And then it comes with a shaker. So you get 14 packets, seven of each flavor. They got 2 flavors. And you drop milk, in my case oat milk, into the shaker and do 8 ounces of that, and you drop the packet in, you shake it up, and you just leave it in the fridge, and it's just like, oh, it's so nice and easy. And I can just like wake up, grab it out of the fridge, toss a little more milk in, give it a shake, and just go. And I can drink it on the road, because like the way I do it is like I make it into like a drink. Basically it's just like a, I don't know, I make it thin enough that it's a drink, and it's pretty good. It's basically just like a protein shake with oats in it. So I don't know, I've been liking it pretty well. But yeah, I was thinking about it and they really got me on the marketing for it, because it's like I can see what they're doing, right? They're giving you an on-ramp into the product of like, hey, it's really easy to do. Like, look at this. We even included a shaker for you, so you don't have to like go buy a separate shaker. Like, here you go. And it's like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing here. So it sounds so good because you can be lazy. I'm so lazy in the mornings. I don't, especially like, I don't know, if I'm going to work, it's already all my willpower is in just getting me to go to work. Work with cars, brake rotors, batteries, stuff is heavy. Yeah, that would do it. Costa trip is fun. Spicy stir fried chicken. Yeah. When I hit puberty till now, I never got heavier than 60 kilograms, so imagine my shock of 16 kilograms out of nowhere. Basically it'll happen. You're like all of a sudden one day you start gaining weight and it's just like, oh my god, okay, my body has altered, it has changed, uh-oh. 7 stream streak, nice, very cool. Appreciate you always dropping by. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna stretch for a moment. Hold on. Oh, that was my elbow. Ooh, other elbow wanted to pop too. Let's go. Boy. Oh. I really needed to take that nap. I wish I could have. I just like couldn't get myself to go to sleep. Ugh. That's okay. I'm gonna sleep like a rock. How tall are you in centimeters again? It's a good question. Let me redo that. Let's see. I think it's like, yeah, I'm like 186 centimeters, give or take. Yeah, about 186. 186, 187, right around there. What is the weirdest thing that someone can find in an American grocery store? Ooh, weirdest thing you can find in an American grocery store. Huh. I don't know. Like, Hookers. Amazing. Gummy ice cream. That would be pretty weird. I imagine it's out there. Alright, see you back in a few, Mom. Man, weirdest thing you can find in a grocery store. I'm trying to think. Like, it kind of depends on your definition of weird. Deep fried ice cream. It'd be kind of hard to find deep fried ice cream in a grocery store, though. I mean, I guess you could pre-package it, and then you just fry it at home. Because I mean, it's literally like it's pound cake. Like, so if you want to make deep fried ice cream, here's the secret. It's pound cake and wrapped around, like sliced thinly and wrapped around ice cream, and then you dunk it in pancake batter, and then you toss it in a deep fryer. There you go. It's like liquidy pancake batter, not like proper pancake batter, but pancake batter that's been like thinned down a little bit. It's pretty good. Very thick with calories, shall we say. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen pre-prepared deep fried ice cream though. I've seen it on some like restaurant menus and whatnot, right? But heard you guys fry everything in existence. Yes, but in our defense, the English did it first. I feel like weird is like food or drinks with the weirdest flavors ever. Okay. Well, every once in a while, like you'll see someone doing like a weird flavor or something. Like there's promotional stuff that happens. I'm trying to think of specific examples, but I tend to not pay attention to them. Hello, Barry. What did the English do first? What did I do? Oh, you deep fried everything. Just fried the crap out of everything. Like people talk about Americans deep frying everything, and it's like, well, yes, but we got that from from England. That's the thing. We do like doing that. Deep fried Mars bar. Oh my god. Deep fried Oreo cakester. This was okay. Hold on. I gotta pull this up. Hold on. So this is not like a product anymore. Not as it was back in the day. Oh, I forgot I have Kagi as my default. So this is like, it's like a large soft Oreo, right? And so what we would do is we would dunk it in pancake batter, and then we deep fry it, and it's like, yeah, it's like a cake cookie, right? And then we would deep fry it, and yeah, it was really good. Wait, I don't think we have those here. Well, we would deep fry them like on our own, but yeah, no, like they don't exist anymore. They're not like a product anymore. It was like a limited run thing that wasn't popular enough to continue, unfortunately. I think they kind of brought them back a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, we don't have Mars bars here, if that makes you feel any better. Even though like the Mars bar chocolate company, it does own some of our candy brands. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, no, deep fry is great. Y'all don't have Mars bars? We do not have Mars bars. It's not a thing. You have crunchy bars? I don't think so. Hold on, I need to change my default search because I have limited amount of search with Kaki. I use that for other stuff. Where we go, search engine. I would like my default to be DuckDuckGo. Crunchy bar. Yeah, we could. Oh, yeah, we definitely don't have this. Yeah, I've never seen this before. Yeah. Feels so bad. It's such a good candy. Yeah. Aw. It's very unfortunate. You don't have good enough healthcare be doing this period. Yeah. Star bars are amazing. Star bars. I haven't heard of this. Let me look this up. Star bar. This is okay. I like the packaging. Wait, is this like a... This looks like peanut... Is okay, so this is peanut caramel with like a chocolate outer shell. Interesting. It's like a Snickers bar. Yeah, it looks like a more peanutty Snickers bar. It reminds me of Paydays, where it's literally just like peanut and like whole peanuts and caramel in a bar. I really like Paydays. Paydays are good. I don't eat much candy though. I try not to. Do you have lions? No. I mean, we do at the zoo. We have a chocolate bar called Break Time. Interesting. Wild. I'm trying to think, like, what are some of my favorites? I really like, oh gosh, there's like a coconut candy bar. That it's not the Almond Joys. Yeah, it's like, it's got like a single almond in it, and then it's like, it's just like coconut thing, not the animal, the chocolate bar. Yeah, we don't have those. I was making a joke. But yeah, I like Almond Joys. Those are good. I don't know. I like coconut though, like a lot. I know coconut's kind of like one of those things, like some people really like it and some people really don't. But yeah. I'm one of the people who really like it. I don't want it in everything, but like when it shows up, I'm pretty happy about it. It's a cake called Ho-Hos in our country. Oh, we have Ho-Hos. Ho-Hos is an American thing. You realize that, right? Like that's a Hostess company thing. Yeah. Yeah, Ho-Hos is by the Hostess company, which is like an American dessert thing. Yeah. Is it true that you can buy guns in a grocery store? I've seen some videos. At Walmart, yeah. If you consider Walmart's not really like a grocery store. Like you can get groceries at Walmart, but Walmart's more of like a general store. Like a general goods store. Like the thing is, like a lot of what, like you'll hear people talk about stores like they're grocery stores, but a lot of them are general goods stores, like Walmart, Costco, big stores like that, Fred Meyer's, Target, all these stores, they're general goods stores. Like you can get groceries at them, and some of them are even more focused towards groceries, like Costco is more focused towards groceries, and Walmart is pretty focused towards groceries as well, but not like super focused. I'd say Walmart has a better selection than a lot of places. Well, I wouldn't even say that. They have a cheaper selection than a lot of places, but yeah. But a lot of these places are general goods stores. I don't think we really have a dedicated grocery store here. Pretty much every grocery store at minimum has like a couple of aisles dedicated to like at least like some cleaning supplies or something. Like we have Grocery Outlet, which is just like it's like a budget store, and then we have Winco and Safeway over here, which are pretty dedicated grocery stores where I'm at. But yeah. Don't you have Aldi? That's a grocery store. Aldi's East Coast. Also, I'm pretty sure Aldi is a general store. I'm pretty sure they sell other stuff too. They classify themselves as a grocery store, though. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, they're a proper grocery store, it looks like. Okay. No, fair enough. Oh, I see they got some, like, general stuff, but it seems like they're mostly a grocery store. Aldi here is different from, like, the UK. Can confirm have gone to both. Okay. Is it more like a general store over here? Because because, like, I find that, like, a lot of places, they want to be your everything store. You know, they want you to go there, get everything you need, and then walk out, right? There are only general stores in America? Kind of. I mean, like, I'd say no, because, like, my Winco that I go to is, like, 90% groceries. And then, like, kitchen supplies. Like, you'll have, like, an aisle for, like, some basic kitchen supplies. That isn't food, and then cleaning supply aisle, and like pet food aisle. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, they have like home goods kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if it's like a dedicated grocery store, it'll be groceries and home goods, and that's it. But most stores, most big chain stores are general stores, is what I would say. That sell food, right? Like, so your Walmarts, your Costco's, your Fred Meyer's, those are all general goods stores. And basically every pharmacy that isn't like, oh, not every pharmacy, but every chain pharmacy is pretty much always like also a general goods store, but like cheapo general goods. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it became like this exactly. It just sort of did. I don't know. But we do have dedicated grocery stores. I grew up in a very, very, very small town, less than 200 people, and we had a mercantile. Nice. Yeah, I grew up in a small-ish town, but it was like a commuter town, right? So we had like, I don't know. What is the population of my hometown? I can probably just like, as of the 2020 census, 4,450. So, it's probably like, closer to 3,500 when I was growing up. I don't want to insult anyone, but America is confusing. So the thing you have to understand about America, here's what makes it less confusing. Is basically America is 50 countries in a trench coat. Like, it's a lot more unified now than it once was, but it's still 50 countries in a trench coat. And like, you know, there are like distinct regions. Like if you don't look at the state borderlines, you have like pretty distinct regions of culture. Like I would say, like the west of the Cascades, you know, like for northern Oregon and like southern Washington has a pretty distinct culture, right? Like from Like I'd say like an hour, if you go about an hour north of Seattle all the way to about an hour south of Portland, you have pretty much the same culture, right? Um like but yeah. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah. Trader Joe's. Oh, Trader Joe's is so... God, I hate Trader Joe's so much. Went from less than 200 to over 7 million. I miss country life. Yeah, I live in like a suburban town relatively near where I grew up, but I definitely like, I don't know, I'm in the cities a lot fixing stuff because I travel around to fix stuff, and it's fine, but it's... Ugh. I get that, but why make 50 countries in one big country instead of 50 little ones? Wouldn't that be less confusing? Ah, see, you'd think that, but no. So there are some like some like movements here and there, and they never gain much traction, but there are some like, hey, we would like to secede movements, and it never gets any traction. But no, I mean, we started out as like 13 colonies, right? And then like if you look at the old maps, like the borders for those colonies just like extended west, and they ended up like getting split off and everything. But I mean, really, it's just, I mean, Manifest Dominion happened, or was it Manifest Dominion? It was like Manifest Destiny. That's what it was. Manifest Destiny happened, and we just sort of like conquered west. And then just like states happened along the way. It wasn't really planned. The like state to federal like thing was planned, but we just like took that like blueprint that we made for like 13 states and just kept adding more states to it. And don't even get me started on Texas. That's a whole thing. Texas really is proud of the fact that they had to be made a state. I grew up in the biggest city in NC, but I live in a very small town now. Nice. Yeah, I think there, I don't know, there's a lot of benefits to both, in my opinion. Like, if you're the type who likes to go out and do stuff, like do a lot of activities, you probably want to be in a city because there's just going to be more miscellaneous activities to do. If you're more of a homebody, country life is definitely better in a lot of ways, but you know, also like, or if you're just more outdoorsy, country life's a lot better, you know. As a browner skinned female, I would never ever step a foot in Texas. It's genuinely scary. Why? You do realize that like half the population there is brown, right? Like a significant amount of Texas's population is of like directly descended from Mexican immigrants. Like, I feel like people have some pretty odd conceptions about a lot of US states. I don't know. Now that said, if you're driving, you might get pulled over. More likely. Texas people seem like very racist people. I mean, it depends. I mean, you can find racists everywhere. I mean, like, if you go to Southern Oregon, and Oregon's generally considered a pretty liberal state, right, on the outside, but like, if you go to Southern Oregon, there's just like actually towns where if you're black and it's after dark, you're going to die. So, like, I mean, meanwhile, Houston, Texas is one of the most liberal cities in the United States. So, I mean, it depends on where you go in Texas, I guess. If you go into, like, the deep country of Texas, maybe. I would never go back to live there now. I love it here. Also, I'm only 30 minutes away from another big city. There you go. And honestly, like, with cars existing, like, living a little bit outside of the big cities is totally fine. Yeah. To die? Oh god, at this point I'm not stepping foot in America in general. Oh yeah. Oh dude, sunset towns are crazy. They're mostly gone now. But there are, yeah, sundown towns, also known as sunset towns, gray towns, or sundowner towns, were all white municipalities or neighborhoods in the United States and Canada that practiced a form of racial segregation by excluding non-whites via some combination of discriminatory local laws, intimidation, or violence. They were mostly prevalent before the 1950s. The term came into use because of the signs that directed colored people to leave town by sundown. But yeah. Yeah, they're still a thing. There are very few of them now, but they do still exist. And I'm talking like maybe there's like a dozen or so across the entire United States. Well, maybe a bit more, maybe like a couple dozen. But I mean, like, a couple dozen towns and cities across the entire United States is like a rounding error. I regularly travel through like 3 to 10 cities a day. So like, yeah, I grew up in one of those. So yeah, they suck. Personally, I hate the concept. Oh yeah, the concept's terrible. But I mean, it's a thing. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't have to like it, but I also don't need to shy away from it. Yeah. But yeah. Yep, they still exist, but they're not, again, not very prevalent. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know, America's really safe for the most part. For like the vast majority of people, like, you're gonna, I don't know. I feel like people over exaggerate how dangerous it is over here a lot. It's, yeah. Like, there are dangerous parts of America. Like, if you go to Detroit or Chicago, I mean, yeah, it's dangerous there. But those are singular cities, right? And you can just not go there. But, yeah. Maybe it seems more dangerous because of the internet, but they are only showing the bad side. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is like a lot of the negative stuff gets traction, right? But I mean, like, I think someone did the math, and more people died from overheating last year in the EU than died of gun deaths in the entire US. And that's like in total and per capita. It was a lack of proper cooling killed more people in the EU than guns did in the US, which is crazy. Like, so, I mean, take that as you will. I get both good and bad. Most people I interact with are good. Yeah, and like realistically, most places you go, yeah. Most places you go, like, most people are good, right? Yeah. Bikes get stolen a lot. Yeah. I remember living in a college town, and bikes would get stolen all the time. Yeah. Yeah, they can't cool down people for shit here. Yeah. Well, and it kind of sucks because, like, my understanding is the EU had an opportunity to strengthen their power grid and start introducing more nuclear power and like really get things rolling like a decade ago, right? And like people, some politicians got in the way of that because reasons. In school we don't have an ACs and sometimes need to have less than 30 Celsius degrees heat. Yeah, that's wild. Like we don't have, like where I'm at, we also have a problem where which is why I empathize with a lot of people in Europe. AC isn't really built in a lot of the time where I'm at. It is now. Buildings that are being built now have AC built in, but it wasn't that way for a long time because we're a very temperate climate, right? So it just wasn't necessary because it would get to 90 for like maybe a week or two. And then the rest of the year, the hottest it would get was 80, and usually it was around 40 to 60 degrees. Fahrenheit, by the way. So it was like, it was pretty chill. So it was, you know, whatever. But now it's just like you get to the last half of June and it's just like, all right, we're rolling. So we've been hitting 100, 613 here in the last few weeks, but I work outside more than the inside, so lots of water consumption. Yeah, I have to work in a lot of laundry. I mean, I work in laundry rooms, right? So I drive around, I get into a laundry room, and I'm sitting behind a dryer that's actively running. And it's just starts sweating bullets, dude. It's crazy. How much is 80 Fahrenheit in Celsius? 80 F2 Celsius. 80 Fahrenheit would be 26 degrees Celsius. So, yeah. And so it's not too bad right now for me, but like I have a sunward facing room and then I have my electronics, right? So like today it's only 70 degrees outside, but I'm getting direct sunlight directly on my room, so it cooks pretty quick. Yeah. We are used to 17C, and anything more than that we panic. Yeah. Reasonable. Yeah, basically that was the situation here, Barry, is we were very used to around, you know, that temperature, right, for a long time, and then it's just started getting hotter for no reason in particular. Global warming is clearly not real. Sorry. Oh, that's a clip. But yeah, suddenly it started getting hotter for some reason out of nowhere. Crazy. Anyways, and people were like, oh shit, we need AC. So yeah, last couple days has been a wonderful relief. Instead of mid 90s and dry, it's been low to mid 70s and rainy. Nice. Yeah, it's generally like been between like it's been 70s in the afternoon, but like my room will cook and get up to like 90 degrees, like 95 degrees, like so it's like, yeah, it's not that hot outside, but my room really cooking. I want some rain. I have some plants to need it. Yeah, we're in summer over here. The rain kind of doesn't make it past the peninsula anymore, so it just like, it will get rain, but it'll mostly be at night, and mostly it just hits the peninsula and stops before it gets to where I'm at. And like the times it does get to where we're at, it kind of peters out and then doesn't get over the mountains. I feel so bad for the east side. Living in a rain shadow is pain. Source: I used to live in a rain shadow. No thank you. Heat index on a lot of days the last couple of weeks has been 105, 110. Ugh. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so glad I live somewhere that's like pretty temperate. I would love to move somewhere colder though. Like unironically, now that there's like internet's easier to get in remote locations, it's like, man, Alaska would be sick. Like I'd love that, but I don't know if I could like, I guess I probably could. Hold on. I probably could move to Alaska. I could probably get a job in Alaska. I've got a lot more skills. Huh. Sorry, I haven't processed like the fact that like I genuinely have like a pretty wide skill set now. I could probably get a solid job in Alaska pretty easily. Come to think of it. It wouldn't pay as much, right? But it also doesn't cost as much up there. Getting some specialty stuff would suck, but I'm about to get a house and I'm making sure I have a pool because I cannot live without that right now. Reasonable. Why does America use Fahrenheit and feet instead of Celsius and centimeters and such? Well, so the feet stuff, that sounds very weird when I say it out loud. The Alaskan Nephilim. Yeah. So the feet stuff, that was based off Imperial. So we were using the British Imperial measuring system. Blame the British for that. And then we standardized it and made it better and easier to understand. And that's US customary. And that's what we use for like feet, cups, you know, yards, all of that. That's US. That is US customary, right? All of our length and volume measurements are US customary, which is different from Imperial. I think the miles, yards, and feet is the same as Imperial, but all of the like cup and like quart and gallon measurements, all the volume measurements are US customary and not Imperial. And that was, I mean, we just Celsius, I mean metric got developed after that, and we were already using customary, and it worked, and we didn't see the need to change. Fahrenheit, I forget exactly how that came about, but I'm not gonna lie, I like Celsius for things like I think Celsius makes a lot more sense for things like cooking and for doing like scientific measurements and stuff. When it comes to describing how temperature feels, I like Fahrenheit better because it's a lot more granular of a system. Because you can feel the difference between like 60 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit, right? But like if you look at like, so 60 Fahrenheit is 15.55 Celsius, right? And 65 degrees Fahrenheit is 18.3 degrees Celsius. And it's just like, you know, it's like, I don't know, there's a lot more, I don't know, Fahrenheit's a lot more granular. It's also based, it's specifically based, the idea is that it's based on how humans perceive heat rather than any scientific measurement, right? Like it is scientific, but it's scientific in the fact that it's like based on how humans interact with heat rather than how water interacts with heat, which is what Celsius is. Celsius is based around how water interacts with heat. 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling, right? Whereas Fahrenheit, 0 to 100, 0, you're probably gonna die if you go outside without proper protection. 100, you're probably gonna die if you go outside and don't bring some water, right? So, yeah. Hopefully, that's good clarification. Maybe it's not. That explains a lot. I am glad that that made sense to you. I'm glad that made sense to you. When I first started working on cars, I was mostly doing oil changes. One day we had a diesel truck come in and it takes 12 quarts. They handed me 4 1-gallon jugs of oil and asked how many I was supposed to put in it. And they just responded with, well, how many quarts are in a gallon? I didn't know, so I had to tell them I didn't know. And there was just silence for a bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes it's like in retrospect, it's like, yes, oh yes, a quart is a quarter of a gallon. Yes, this makes sense. But like I'm not gonna lie, I had to have that explained out loud to me too. Fahrenheit scale still confuses me, but I understand why it's getting used. Yeah, I mean that's fair. Fahrenheit is if you don't grow up with it, it is a little difficult. I think I find Celsius difficult. I have to convert all the time for Celsius, so I get it. I will say I do like, for the same reason I like Fahrenheit, I actually also like metric better than the than US customary, right? Because it's a lot more granular, so you can make more precise measurements. And I don't know, it's base 10, which we have 10 fingers, we have 10 toes. Like, that's just more human in my opinion. I think I do think metric's better than US customary. Yeah. Never went to school, so I don't know a lot of common stuff, but it's funny because I can explain a car's mechanical function, but not normal stuff. Yeah, that's fair. Well, thank you for answering my question. I wish you a good stream. I'm gone off now. Rest a little. All right. Have a good rest. Sleep well if that's what you're going to do. And yeah, hopefully I see you around again at some point. But yeah. Anyways, wow, that was quite... I didn't expect to talk about US customary and metric today. I do genuinely find that stuff interesting. Like, I have spent time looking into it. I'm not the most knowledgeable on it, but it's one of those things where I was like, one day I was just like, I need to know. I need to understand, at least on a surface level, what's going on here. And so, spent a decent time on that answer at one point. Professor Aku. Yeah. I know a little. I have... There's the meme from Adventure Time. I have approximate knowledge of many things. Yeah. Thought about messaging you a few times and just checking because I haven't seen you around, but never did. I've been around. I haven't been absent. I've been streaming. I haven't been making as much ASMR. But I exist. Yeah. I don't know. It's been... I did start streaming less as of recently, as of like the last, like, I don't know, when did I stop streaming during the week? Like a few months ago, something like that. I just sort of gave up. Just because it was like, the job is so chaotic with times and whatnot, right? But yeah, I've also been pretty busy, so that's a factor. Yeah, that's probably just you didn't see me around because I wasn't lining up with your schedule. You're a fountain of info. Yeah, a fountain of just like random niche info. Like I was telling someone the other day, you know, I still remember part numbers for the M600 series HP printers, even though I don't need it anymore, right? It's just like, I just know it. Like I can tell you that the preferred fuser for an M635 is the J8J87-69001. And if you want the kit, it ends in 69003. And the reason for that is that the J8, J87 specifically has an extra switch in it, or at least it did until they standardized the J8, J87 with the L0H24. It had an extra switch in it for recording fuser, what's it called, lifespan. But then they added that into the L0H24, which is the same form factor and function other than that switch. So they added that switch into the L0H24 so you could use an L0H24 into the M635s as well, which was good because the L0H24 is used in, like, I want to say like 15 other SKUs, whereas the J8, J87 was only used in the M635, which was always dumb, even though it's the exact same form factor. And it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, this knowledge isn't useful, right? At least not to me anymore. Like, knowing this, like, and even to people who do work on those printers, like, they don't need to know this necessarily anymore, because like they've pretty much gone over to the L0H24 only for the most part. So there's still some J8, J87s rolling around but in inventory, but it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, I had to fix my dishwasher yesterday. I'm giving my hands out so much with like book learning stuff. Yeah, that's fair. Gotta go now, unfortunately. See you tomorrow night. Yeah, see you tomorrow night for movie night. I'm thinking Shrek for movie night, by the way. I might change my mind, but I'm thinking Shrek. I haven't watched Shrek in forever. I love that movie. But yeah, I get you on the just like, I don't know. I like fixing stuff, because it breaks stuff. Stuff just like breaks in my presence, so I had to learn how to fix it. And I'm not the best at fixing stuff. I'm not great at it, but I just but I like, how do I say this? I enjoy reading about things. I don't do well in a classroom, is what I'll say. But I enjoy like going on deep dives and just like, you know, sometimes I don't do it very often these days, but sometimes you just scroll Wikipedia to just like learn some shit, right? And just like be like, I want to know about this thing. I heard Shrek 5 is in the making. Yeah, they had to scrap it because the internet guessed the storyline, so they massively delayed the project so they could redo it from the scratch, because people literally guessed the entire storyline, which I find absolutely hilarious, that they couldn't just stick to their guns and were like, oh, the audience knew what we were doing, clearly we have to change it up. It's like, why? No, just roll with it. I don't know, it's stupid. Writers and executives are very silly. My friends call me a blue collar baddie, and I think it's hilarious because why? Well, I don't know. Hey, you know, take what you can get, right? But yeah. Oh gosh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, porous, what we yappin'. Hello, Big TV. We went on quite a few tangents, honestly. There was a tangent about US customary metric and Fahrenheit and Celsius. Tangent about learning things. temperatures, AC, how safe is America, all sorts of things. It's been, I mean, been live for an hour, and the amount of topics we've jammed through is crazy, dude. It's wild. So, I mean, really, whatever people bring up, I can roll with it. I think that's something that's actually a very important skill. I think a lot of people say it's an important skill, but they're right. Is just being able to like hold a conversation about a variety of subjects, I think is good. Even if like you're not like don't know a lot about the subject, being able to talk about it. And like and at the very least be able to follow a conversation about a variety of subjects is good. Talking about war might trigger something, but why would I want to talk about war when there's so many better topics? It's the ADHD. Yeah, that too. Yeah, the ADHD doesn't help at all. I definitely find myself pulled in a lot of different directions interest-wise, for sure. And it's like, you know, I'll pick up shiny new thing, be interested in a while, and then set it down. So I end up with a lot of what's it called? I end up with a lot of like shallow knowledge and a lot of things. I think I mentioned it before. Like it's the Adventure Time meme. I have approximate knowledge of many things, you know. Which is I think a pretty accurate way of describing my breadth of knowledge. I have approximate and limited knowledge of a lot of things, you know. And some things more and less approximate, you know. Like I have very specific knowledge about a lot of printers, just because I've spent so much time fucking elbow deep in them. Didn't you play Mecha Chameleon a few hours ago? I did. I played Mecha Chameleon a few hours ago. That's a not normal stream time for me. Normally I stream around this time, like starting about an hour ago. It used to be like 11 a.m. PST I would start streaming, but I needed more time in the morning to be able to work on stuff and or just sleep in, because Saturdays are a good day off for me, and sometimes I just want to sleep in, right? But there's a lot of folks in a lot of the VAs that I'm in a server with are in the East Asian time zone, so that time slot is a compromise to be able to do collabs with them, and I like doing collabs with them. It's a good group. We're missing a couple people that I would have liked to have there, but it's okay. Saturday is the day before my day off. Yeah, I'm thankful that I have Saturday Sunday off, and I have had Saturday Sunday off for like years now, which is just like yeah, it's very nice. It's not something I'd ever thought I'd have after a long time, you know, because I spent a lot of time in the restaurant industry, and you just don't get weekends off, right? This is not a thing. Oh, I work abnormal mechanic hours because I also work at a parts store too. Oh dang, look at you working a lot. I can't do the juggling two jobs thing. I would just rather like get a job where I can work more hours, you know, which for me isn't particularly hard, but I also have a lot of options for work where I'm at, you know. I've never Like, once I started getting work experience under my belt, I didn't have a hard time finding a job. When I didn't have any work experience, it was very hard. But once I got some work experience under my belt, I started gaining like even a modicum of skills. Like, it really, it stopped being hard to get jobs, you know. So I haven't struggled to get a job in a long time. And if I want to find a job where there's a lot of overtime, it's not too bad. It's not too difficult. I work 65 at the parts store and like maybe 10 doing mechanic stuff because the store is demanding for the mechanic work, but don't have time for it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. 65. I'm assuming, oh God, that's in a week, I'm guessing. That's awful. Ugh. That's too much. You need to cut back your hours. You're gonna burn out. Like, that's gonna hurt you. Like, there's no reason why a parts store needs you to work 65 hours a week unless they are staffing badly. And if they are staffing badly, that's a them problem, not a you problem, you know? Unless you're managing it, in which case it is a you problem, and you should fix that. Because there's no reason why you should have to work 65 hours at a parts store. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Can't cut back my hours because we had over half the staff quit and we can't find people that are worth hiring. Yep. Staffing problem. Called it. I'm the assistant manager. So it's kind of a you problem. But not like all the way you problem. Okay, understood. I'm guessing corporate pulled some shit on ya, and then half the staff quit. Man, it's like it. How do I know? It's like it happens every time. Every fucking time, corporate pulls some shit, half the store quits, and then who has to pick up the slack? The managers. It's like, you know, corporate. Wow. It's like I know corporate. Yeah, no, many such cases, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that, Talia. I do hope it gets better for you. Yeah, and it's once that happens, it's hard to stem the bleeding. But I'm gonna be real. If it's been going on for a while and you can't hire anybody worthwhile, it's probably because the business you're working at is not worthwhile. We hired 3 new people and they have no called, no showed most of the week, so I don't think it's changing anytime soon. Yeah. I think you need to think about a different job. And I think a lot of places would look at you, you know, holding your own at working 65 hours a week and be like, they're doing a good job working 65 hours a week. Imagine if they were properly rested, how good they would be. I want that person, you know? So just keep that in mind, you know? If you find yourself with an extra half hour, or you can scrape together half an hour to like throw out your resume at a couple of jobs, I highly recommend it, because 65 hours a week is just not sustainable. I mean, I've had an insanely broad job experience board, so, you know, hey, even better. You can pick and choose what you want. You can apply to a bunch of different places for a bunch of different types of jobs. I also have a pretty broad, like, job experience, like restaurants as, like, dishwasher and cook and whatnot, installing and repairing printers, and now repairing washers, dryers. It's not the most broad, but it feels pretty broad to me. Seems like jobs these days only want to hire experienced peeps, even part-time jobs too. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, nobody wants to train. It's a pretty consistent problem just across the board. I don't know exactly how that happened. I know that it's a thing that happened because it didn't used to be this way. It used to be the standard that you trained your employees. but that mentality died at some point, and I don't fully understand how. And it's not 100%, right? Like, there are places that are willing to train you up, but it is more, it's a bit more fewer and far between than it once was a long time ago, is my understanding. And like, I don't know, gas stations not wanting to train you is crazy, in my opinion, because I have held down jobs at gas stations, and it was hard to get into it because they didn't want to train you. Demolition, stone veneer, manufacturing, mechanics, carpentry, plumbing. I have BLS certification, basic life support, because I took EMT training, couldn't pass a dumb test. I've worked customer service for 10 years. I have plenty of fun work experience. Dang, that's a lot. Yeah, I consider, I don't know. I consider all the repair jobs that I've done to also be customer service, but like, it's like customer service is baked in as part of the job, you know what I mean? And also, I did customer service as line cook as well, just because I would have to help deal with customers. It'd be like, hey, can we have a cook? And I'd be like, fine, I'll go. No. And then I'd go talk to the person at the restaurant, like, hey, how's it going? You know, what's the problem? Okay, yeah, we can fix that. Sorry about that, you know. Yeah. I also have a child sad parenting in the mix. Oh, that's rough. I'm glad I don't have kids. I don't think I would do well as a parent. It's hard enough on my own, right? Like, can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. That'd be rough. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. All the peeps in our country wants to be either a doctor or a lawyer or just ordinary guy in a company. Other jobs are all low stuff. Yeah, there's this mentality that, like, you know, and I was victim to this when I was younger because it was just kind of what I was indoctrinated into. It's like you don't want to do those plumbing or you know, whatever garbage truck job, you know, that's for uneducated sorts. And it's like, growing up, I'm like, no, because those are good, like, steady jobs. You know, you just need a job that pays the bills, right? I'm under 35, so I feel like within the next 10 years, could we build an even more killer resume? That's what I feel. I feel like I'm going to be, like, especially after this job, I'm going to feel so much more qualified in general, but I'm just getting started. Like, I'm in my 30s and I'm just getting started. Hello, Classified. Welcome on in. How you doing? Yeah, nobody wants to do them anymore because they're gross, but like that's where the money is. Yeah. There's pretty good money in a lot of like blue collar stuff. Welders make pretty good money. Welders make pretty good money in some places. Some places welders make garbage money. It really depends. Cause like I forget where it is, but I think it's in like Louisiana or whatever. Welders can only make like 14 bucks an hour. It was, I don't know, somewhere in the southeast. It's like you can barely make anything. But then you go like into other parts of the country and they're looking to pay you like, you know, $40-$60 an hour, right? And then don't even get me started on underwater welding, because that's crazy. Like those guys print money with their welding, but it's also extremely dangerous and very hard to do. So ugh, sorry. Oh god. Oh, underwater welding is fun though. I'm sure it is, but it's one of those things where it's a very in-demand skill set, right? Because not many people can do it. If you can do it, oh yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually welded anything. I've done soldering on my own, and I'm actually probably gonna be I need to spend some time looking at it, but I want to put together a Pip-Boy. There's like a Pip-Boy project online, and I want to put together one, and that's going to involve some soldering, which I haven't done in a long time, so I'll probably be picking that up again soon. Yeah, at some point I'll get around to it eventually. Yeah, I want to do like a functional Pip-Boy, and then like put together like a Vault Dweller, what's it called, cosplay. I think that'd be fun. Like a Vault Dweller who's been like, you know, out and about in the wasteland for a while, you know. Or one that, like, you know, is a regular scout who like goes out pretty frequently, you know. I think it'd be a cool cosplay. And I have some pieces for it that would work quite well. Yeah. Also, speaking of Fallout, apparently Obsidian is going to be making another Fallout game. I'm very excited. Need to work on some more scripts and casting a thing that I'm doing. I'm actually currently casting for a thing. I'm probably going to open up casting to another Discord that I'm in, because I've opened up to the one Discord, but I haven't gotten very many people responding, so I'm probably going to open up because I need a couple more I need a few more slots filled, because it's got quite a few characters. I'll probably open it up in Script Guild as well. And just, so I've got 2 people locked in, and I'm probably gonna lock in a third person. And so including myself, that's 4 characters, and then I need 1, 2, 3 more, 4 more after that. 4 more characters to cast. You're opening up in Script Guild. Hey, go for it. Yeah, because you're in there, right? I think. If I remember correctly. It's been a while. Yeah. I'm not really active in the Script Guild, but I'm probably going to be slightly more active because I'm probably going to be doing more casting calls. And yeah. Me either. Yeah, Script Guild is like, I don't know. There's too many fucking people in there. But the reason why I stay in there is because there's so many fucking people in there. So if I ever want to do a casting call for something, there's gonna be a lot of people. Unless I need people exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait to hear when it's fully made. Yeah, me neither. I'm a little disappointed because someone who said that they'd be interested a long time ago, fucking ghosted me and isn't responding to my messages. So that's a little frustrating, but they're kind of big now, so I guess I'm just too small for them, which is fine. But it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, I see who you are. I understand who you are now. I feel like it could be better if it was strictly scriptwriters and VAs, because they opened it up to for anyone. It became messy. Yes, I agree. I've had a few people like that, not gonna lie. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, to a certain extent that makes sense. But like, if you already have interacted with someone in the past, and you've offered to like work with them on stuff, and it's like you rocket past them, that doesn't necessarily, I don't know. I guess it depends, right? But like, at least like be like, hey, I'm not interested, right? But like, not interacting with me at all is cringe. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that's one of the reasons why like I've got a different the Discord of people that I was like hanging out with this morning, which Barry you're in, I like that one a lot better because it's a lot smaller and it's VAs, right? It's all voice actors and script writers. No no randoms. I'm impressed I'm still managing to record in such as I am with my work hours. Right? I honestly have been slacking a lot, but I've also just been kind of I don't know. I've been conflicted with my content and like what I want to do and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Everyone was lovely. I was so nervous about joining. Oh yeah, everyone's great. The League of Voice Actors Discord is like super chill. Like I'm super happy. Like I got invited to it randomly. Like someone I knew was like, "Hey, you want to join this thing that I just joined? This Discord I just joined?" Someone I knew, and I was like, "Cool, sure. I'll join. I probably won't interact much," and I didn't. But I've slowly been interacting more. But yeah, content is difficult because the man is always changing. Yeah, it's also just like the thing that's difficult for me. It's just like, what do I want to do? Like, what do I want to continue doing? Do I want to continue doing ASMRs? Like, what's the? Because like I kind of got tired of making the roleplay audios, like the, you know, it's just like speaker speaking, and then there's a listener that's like presumably doing like responses, and I kind of got tired of it. And it's just like not as much, and so I spent a lot of time waffling and just like conflicted about that. So I've been doing a bit more music, and I'm just kind of going more in the audio drama direction. You know, but yeah, I'm hoping we'll see how the audio drama does when I'm done. But yeah, sometimes writing is more fun than recording. I'm gonna be real. I love recording. I don't like editing. I will edit because I need to, but I'm not a huge fan of it, right? I also don't want to offload the editing. So, before you say, just hire an editor. No, don't want to. They won't do it right. They won't do it to my satisfaction. I already know. Which is part of why I hate editing. Is because I feel like I have high standards for myself. But then I see what other people do. I'm like, my standards aren't that high. Other people do a better job than me. And it's like, but which is another thing. It's like, oh, I can't look at other people's work because then I feel bad. Feel bad about my own work. It's kind of why I prefer class, because it gives you a more broad and creative storyline. Comes closer to audio drama with the aspect of like listener interaction. Yes. So that's why part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So the audio drama that I'm casting for currently, there is no listener character. It's an actual proper audio drama. Is it a good audio drama? No. But it is like a more traditional audio drama, and I think it's gonna be good. I think people will like it, rather. I don't know if it'll be good, but I think people will like it. And those are two entirely different things, to be clear. And I care that people like it. You know, if that does that make sense? Like, I don't need it to be good. I need people to like it. I hadn't voiced that out loud before. Oh. Now that I think about it, yeah, I don't need it to be good. I need people to like it. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's correct. I hadn't thought about it like that before. I just voiced that out loud and I hadn't. I mean, obviously it'd be great if it was good, and I do try to make things good, but I want people to like things more so than for it to be good, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm gonna have to chew on that for a little while. I hadn't presented that thought to myself in that way before. That just kind of came out. Interesting. On that note, though, I am tired. I need to do something. I need to hop off stream and try and take a nap or something, or just like stare at something that isn't a screen for a bit. Thank you all for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. I've got movie night every Sunday as well, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're in the Discord, there's an event for it. Maybe get notified for it. Or not. You don't have to come, but I think probably this week we're gonna watch Shrek. I might change my mind. I have some other movies that I kind of want to watch, but I was reminded of Shrek, and I'm like, I kind of want to watch Shrek, so we might watch Shrek for this movie night. But yeah, until next time, take care of yourselves, eat well, sleep well, hydrate, don't dehydrate, posture check, make sure you're not all shrimped up. You don't want to end up losing a half inch of height like I did. And until that next time, bye.